Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. And I'm here tonight with Faye joining me. And her screen has disappeared, but she is here. And I'd like to welcome all of you, whether you're coming back for another time or whether you've never been here before. Welcome. I see some names, so I so good to see you. And yes, I see this one, Linda. You are able to comment, so that is wonderful. Good to see you here. We've had some technical issues with trying to get Linda to be able to comment on here, and I'm glad to see it's working now. So a few things. First of all, please comment. That's how you get your name in the draw, which I'm going to do first thing when I flip the camera down to my desktop. Please bring your friends. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you'll get notification of when I'm going to go live. I see Betty and Gail and Stacy and Pam. Good to see you all here. And I did ask when I posted earlier what I was going to be doing tonight. I asked if you wanted the measurements, and I had 3 of you reach out and say, yes, you did, 3 or 4. So I'm going to try to remember to do things in steps so you can create along with me. And hopefully you will share the your completed project over on my Facebook page. I haven't figured out if you can ever share anything picture-wise on YouTube. I think it's only comments that can go there afterwards. But if anybody knows any different, let me know. Hello, Kathleen. Good to see you. And let's get started. I have a couple things to share with you Stampin' Up-wise, and then we'll go on to the project. So there's my desktop. And I don't think you need to see the advertisements, but you can see the names. There are, I think there was 11 of them or something this time. So please, as you're commenting, your name will go in the draw for next time. I'm going to spin and see who wins the card from last week. Well, that was on the line, wasn't it? Sharon W. Congratulations, Sharon. This was the card we made last week. So I will be getting that to you. Because you live not very far from me, I probably will deliver it, not mail it. So keep that in mind. It will be coming your way, and you can make some more like it. Next thing to share is I received my order today so I can finish my paper share, which, hello, Bonnie. I hope you got my message about that paper share being ready. And with it was this. This was a bonus I was giving my ladies if they ordered paper and ribbon share. It's on page 15, called Greetings for You Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. And this one's mine. I finally ordered one for me. There are 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 different groupings. And I understand from what I've watched that they are stickers. So you can just peel them off and stick them on your card. What a great way to make Christmas cards, right? So they're all Christmas. Happy Christmas, 'tis the season, joy. And then over here is a little bit season's greetings, Merry Christmas, joy. And I think they're going to be wonderful. I'm going to be able to make lots of cards in a hurry with that. So just wanted to point that out to you because you may miss it in the catalog. I'll try and show you a little bit closer. It's well, they can't display it very well, but once you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, it is wonderful. So I am receiving my cards for a card swap I did for this catalog and for the online exclusives. And as soon as I get them all, which I'm hoping will be in the next few days, I will do a video sharing what I've received, and you'll get to see more samples of what's in the catalog. So, and in the online exclusive. The other thing I want to remind you again about World Card Making Day, October 4th. Everyone can register. It's free. And if you do register, Stampin' Up! Will give you something at the end of it Not sure what it is, but it's a little prize. And what they're going to be sharing is this kit that I did get. And so far, I've just opened it. I'm not going to put it together beforehand, but it makes this, I'm going to call it a tray, desk tray, plus cards. So you've got all kinds of, all the supplies you need, an ink spot, Secret C, stamp, oh, it's hard to read. Hello, sunshine, happy birthday, thanks so much. Well, that happy birthday is very pretty. Let's see if I can show you the script on it. And I was telling the ladies today in my Christmas card class that I've read, and I haven't gone in to check things yet, but things are somehow going to the last chance list and then selling out, and we just have to keep checking. And one of them is Unbound Beauty, I think it was called. It was all words. There was a great happy birthday one in there, so I'm happy to have this one to kind of replace that. A couple other things before I get into the card, and hopefully those of you who, yes, Pam, a sturdy box it looks like. Those of you who have the dimensions are going to craft with me. I made these cards with matching envelopes last week, and I shared this with you online, that when I was finished, I had a few pieces of paper left, so I cut them into 2-inch, 1.5 inch, and 1 inch strips, and I'm going to keep them in this DVD case so that they're ready for making cards. And somebody had asked, what would you do with them? Well, to begin with, I would do something like this even. Doesn't have to be fancy, but if you put that on the front of your card, just some dimensionals on some, maybe back here, put dimensionals on this one, and you've quickly got a card. So don't discount having things like that ready. I think they would make a great, quick and easy card. And this, don't know if you can see, just a minute, maybe on here. No, that's not going to work. On here. This is a template that I've made, and I think, Kathleen, you were the first one that saw this on somebody else's site, to give me an idea when I'm using designer paper, which part to cut. If I want more these color flowers or more these, I can just move it around, and that's where I'll cut. So you can see through that. So that's going to stay in that case for me as well. So just wanted to show those couple of tips for you. And now, let me show you the box and the card that goes with it. So we're going to start with the box. And as a reminder, I have 2 pieces of cardstock, cut at 5.5 by 5.5. The first one is scored at 1 inch on all 4 sides. The next one is scored just under 1 inch, so 15 sixteenths. I'm going to say, just a minute, back that up. How do you do this? So most of you have made boxes before, but I'm just going to, and you probably can't see my score lines, but I can. So I'm going to cut on the score line up to, I'll make them both the same way, the score line up to there, and then take out just a little sliver of it on the tab side. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So let me know in the comments if you are crafting with me. And like I say, I will try to keep things at a pace that you can follow easily and try not to make mistakes so you don't have to redo things. So for those of you who are not following, let me know in the comments if you've ever made boxes before. And if so, what is your favorite way of doing it? I'm going to do these, the lid and the box, both the same way. You'll notice I cut before I did any folding, just because I find that easier. But now I am going to score on all those score lines and put it together with liquid glue. Betty loves making boxes. Good. This one I just thought was really cute, especially when it came with a card for inside. The one I've done first, which I had a picture of for you, was a Christmas one. And tonight, as you might have guessed with the black, I am going to be doing one with Halloween. So once you get the edges folded, basically what you want to do is bring these up and adhere them, line up your corners, and you've got either the lid or the... oh, thank you, Gail. Gail says she has her stuff prepped, but she's finishing supper. So, yes, different time zone where you are, Gail. I realize that. So I just use my fingers to make sure that that's lined up. And with liquid glue, yes, you do have to hold it for a little bit. But I really like the fact that you have that wiggle room and you can move it. So, yes, Linda, I saw your comment about liking Halloween. Okay. And as always, Faye is helping me there with popping things on for you all to read and answering questions. Thank you, Faye. Couldn't do it without you. And Pam had no 12-inch black paper, lucky because she has two-tone. Yes, two-tone would work. The 12-inch she's talking about is for this piece, not for the box. So there is, I don't know if that's the lid or the bottom, but I think it's probably the bottom, because I think this is scored just a little bit deeper. But after you trim it and cut that little piece out, you can figure out which one goes where. It won't take much to figure that out. So thank you for commenting. Please keep doing so. I love chitter-chatting with you, whether I know you can't hear me, and I know for some reason Faye and I are trying to figure out how we can hear each other on here, and we haven't figured that out yet, but we will eventually. So there's the other lid or bottom. And again, and I had to go out, maybe you've started this already, but I had to specifically go out and find Halloween candies to put in here. How about you guys? Have you bought Halloween treats yet? And if so, are they going to be around yet at the end of October? That's why I don't usually, but I did want some for in here. And they look kind of funny in my Christmas one, but they do the trick. So I'm doing this one, and same thing, I'm just going to line up these corners, mainly with my fingers, to make sure they are square, and then same on this side. And try not to get glue on my fingers, because that doesn't help when I'm going to do the next piece. So once this is done, what you will need is your 12 by 3-inch paper. I've used cardstock. As Pam just mentioned, she used two-tone paper, another great use for that two-tone paper that we have. And obviously this is the bottom, and this is the lid, and that's how they'll go together. So it's not very deep, it's only 1 inch, but we're going to fill it with a few things, and you'll see. So, like I say, next is your 12 by 3, which is scored at 3, 6, 9. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels that are 3 inches, and you want to fold it like that. Then you want to decorate it. And I copied this from the Songbird Stamper. And she had in her notes to make 5 pieces. And I'm looking at this thinking, there's only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, when you put the card together, you want the top to have a decoration. So I'm going to put mine like that. And what I've decided to do for decorating is use Halloween paper from Spooky Sweet designer paper. It's got designs you can cut out, things you can punch out and use. And I did some fussy cutting out of some of the designer paper, but I just thought it was so, so cute. And I will put some of those up on dimensionals. Then I do have a piece that I'm going to put on the lid to decorate it. And then I do have my piece for the front. So if you're crafting along with me, let's mount our 3x3. They aren't 3x3, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I just looked at that because these are 3x3. And again, I'm using the paper from that, and I'm using just the more subtle side because I want the decoration part to stand out. So I tend to find that I need, and that didn't stick very well, in order to get it as even as I want, I have to pick it up and hold it like that. So what, those of you who are crafting with me, what designer paper are you using? Or are you using something that you've stamped? It doesn't have to be designer paper. In my case, I do not have any stamps for Halloween. So I thought, well, I will make the designer paper do the work. And I don't normally get very many treaters here. I do have a niece and nephew, or great niece and nephew that live close by, so I suspect they might show up, but otherwise not many. So I think I will probably do something like this to give out. And so I'm going to put these pieces on with dimensionals. And, oh, good idea, Gail. Great idea. You could cut out different fruits if you're using the fruit salad paper. This is a punch-out piece. This one is a die cut. This little guy's so cute. And this is a layer from the paper, and I shortened it. And I wanted this little guy to kind of be like he was just walking on top of there. So that's what I'm doing with that one. So lots of different options. And our designer papers, so many of them do come with sections, pieces, whatever you want to call them, that you can fussy cut and use for your, I think I'm going to put that guy over there. This one I'm going to put on here. He just fits, but I want them all on dimensionals, I think. And so let us know in the comments if you have Halloweeners. My grandkids and great-grandson won't be home for Halloween, so I won't have them appearing on my doorstep, but I'll have treats for them, obviously. Even the older grandkids still seem to like that kind of thing. And I don't blame them. Like I say, I was out to buy the little Halloween candies for in here, and it was hard to figure out which ones I really wanted because I knew who would be eating a lot of them. So there's that little guy. And you could, if you wanted to stamp words, you certainly could. What I did, because I'm using black, is I do have some white by white, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 white that I'm going to put on the back for greetings. Then for my front piece, I'm going to put lighter designer paper, a piece of black, and then this is one of the punch out pieces from that paper. So, almost done. Hopefully you're able to keep up and get your design. If not, of course, you will have the replay. I'm going to just try and flatten these a little bit more so they stay put when I put it in the box. Then I'm going to put go to Costco and buy candy that I like. And then if nobody comes, yeah, that's usually what I do too, Pam. And more dimensionals on here. Maybe a little one up here. Do you? So there. So once this is in the box, and this on top, when you open it up, that's what you're going to see. Oops, I better put my white on the back while I've got it here. So Gail is asking Betty if she has a template for boxes. Oh, Linda, you usually get 30 to 45 Halloweeners. Yeah, I think I know where you live, and I think there's probably younger population there. When we first moved here, we did have quite a few, but that was 21 years ago. And I think at that time, a lot of it was grandkids. Like I know our grandkids, obviously, were a lot younger, and people's grandkids that moved. So there is my card. Thank you, whoever's saying that. Linda, you like it. So again, because this paper has this, I'll just show you a piece of it, but this sheet is all punch outs. There's 2 of them. So you can put all kinds of designs on there. So that is the card. Now, it does stand up if you want it to. And for the top, I'm going to add these punch outs with just layering them, and this for just for extra color. So somebody's going to Pam's house for Halloween. Good idea. Although Pam was telling us today that she's planning on coming to Western Canada to visit, so make sure you check if she's home before you go to her house. Not sure when that will all happen, but we've always told her she's welcome to come visit. So I want my, and then this, I'm just going to try not to get glue where I shouldn't. Glue just here. And my cauldron is bubbling over. I like it, I like it. So the one that Songbird Stamper was doing, she did a Christmas one, and she had a layer of gold foil behind it. So glued to the top. And oh, yes, Betty. Years ago, when we were doing Stamping Staycation, I did one similar, only it was a box that opened this way, and then they weren't quite 4x6, I don't think, and you could put pictures in it. So there is the box. Now, what's missing? Well, of course, little Halloween candies. They are pumpkins, and 4 times 4 is 16 of them. Maybe there's a few left, guys. Then my card is going to go like that, and there is the box. So hopefully you will make some. Thanks, Linda. She's going to make some for her grandsons. And then I'll show you the Christmas one. I did not decorate the top, but red and white. Put the same candies in, but because it's a white base, and I just used, again, from the Memories and More, just different designer paper, and those, and then, of course, I've got the back, because it's on white, I've got the back to write on. So that hopefully gives you some ideas of what you can do with those. And I have the cards we made in the Christmas card class today. Good, Pam. I'm glad you're going to make some cards too, like this. First of all, this one we did a couple weeks ago in our Friday Zoom class. I did this one with these colors. And today for my Christmas card class, I switched it up and used paper for Christmas cards. Different designer paper. Some of it I stamped on, some of it I used a die cut. So give you an idea there. And then the other two that we did, this design is using designer paper again. That you get to see both sides. I fussy cut a little piece of it to put along there just to give it another pop of color. And a little bit, this is folded back, obviously, a little bit of sparkle. You can see there, and a greeting on it. And this one I did with our postage stamp dies, embossing folder at the back, heat embossing from Winter Scene. It's a new set that's in the online exclusives. And the Happy Holidays from a different Christmas set I had. So we had lots of fun doing those. Thank you, ladies, again for joining me, because some of you are on here. And everybody's welcome. Just let me know, and I'll send you information about it and whatever. So if there's nothing else pressing, that's all I have. And I will go back and read all the comments when I can. Thank you again, Faye, for helping me. And barring anything unforeseen, I will see you all next week. Take care now.